Hello and welcome back to It's Not Daddy, It's Papa.
Hell yeah.
Welcome back to our, what is this? It feels like our billionth
This is our
episode.
6 billionth episode.
6 millionth, largest podcast on the planet and Mars and every planet.
You had to include that.
What?
No.
We're the biggest on Mars. There hasn't been a podcast on Mars. We could be the biggest.
He's
Can we,
got a solid point.
can we send the recording of this podcast to
He's got a
Mars?
really solid point. We probably couldn't.
Like, wouldn't we go viral if we do that?
No. All right. I was thinking about a clip when I
What?
wanted to introduce myself. A clip when I
Okay.
wanted to introduce myself. I got to play it for you guys. Not to use a cell phone, but there's a
Yeah,
clip.
we made a resolution. Like, I got banned from using my cell
He
phone.
can't touch his
I
phone.
can't touch.
Listen,
I have nothing on me
if
anymore.
you don't have a phone for the purpose of texting me, then why do you have one? You know what I'm saying? So
To text
Sean
me.
Sean Mendes iconically said. Okay. The poor guy said that. He also said it's giving share. He was criticized really heavily for the way he spoke in those clips. And I just want to come to Sean Mendes.
You want to come to Shawn Mendes?
Ooh.
Damn.
I want to say there's three different personalities inside of me. There's Sean
Three
Mendes, hey
different
people.
wolves.
Three different wolves. There's Sean Mendes, hey people. There's a blonde sorority girl. And there's
There's a
Staten
blonde
Island.
sorority girl inside you.
And not inside of me, but inside of my soul and my
Okay.
personality. There's three people
Okay.
inside of me. I am
There's three people inside of you.
Oh, hey people. No. There are three personalities that comprise me. Staten
Sure.
Island white boy swag. This fucking camera is fucking frozen.
No
Um,
fucking shot.
Side of my soul, I would break it down into three parts. There's Staten Island white boy swag, who honestly doesn't even go by Matteo. He goes by Matt. There is a part of me that goes by Matt, and that attributes to Staten Island white boy swag. You've never even seen it go that far, the Staten Island white boy swag. We're
I
gonna
think I
establish
have.
you have seen
I
it go
have
pretty far,
for
yeah.
sure.
That version of me is literally named Matt. Then there's a blonde sorority girl that
Inside of you.
gets her nails done 4 times a week. And I'm not saying that I'm a diva, but I do feel
Yes, you
that.
are. You're a diva.
What defines a diva? I'm not a diva.
Hey, you are.
What makes a diva a diva?
At your core, you are a diva. We're both divas. We had to sit here and find the best angle for the past 45 minutes to make sure we look pretty on camera.
Don't I look pretty on camera?
We do look pretty on camera.
That's also because, oh, I guess I am a diva.
You are. At your core, you are a diva.
How do, okay, basically what I want to talk about without getting too in
Have
depth,
you ever seen the movie, the black and white movie, Sunset Boulevard?
I have not.
It's an awesome movie. Um, uh, it's about this movie star, Norma Desmond, who's like an aging silent movie star.
Okay.
And she's like the ultimate diva. And she goes insane.
Does she remind you of me?
Yeah, a little bit. She
What?
goes and she like kills someone
I would never kill
over it.
somebody.
Are we sure about that?
Bro,
She
don't be
kills her
saying.
like lover over her not being enough of a diva.
I don't have one right now.
You don't have one right now,
I
but
don't have a
I
lover.
feel like there have been moments that you have wanted to kill your lovers.
I've never wanted to kill my lovers. That's a crazy thing to say on camera. That's crazy.
I'm not accusing you of killing your lovers. Your
Okay.
lovers are all well and alive,
Oh,
unfortunately. Like,
hey people. Okay. Um, I don't know. So basically, the point I was trying to make is everybody has different parts of themselves that like you can play in two different parts of your personality. And I'm obviously comedically saying that one of them is a blonde sorority girl. Like obviously, I'm not a blonde sorority girl, but like I do resonate with
are you
that
sure?
sometimes. Um, there's another part of my personality that is hey people, Shawn Mendes, and then there's
The gay one.
that's the gay part of I'm a straight male who suffers with sorority girl syndrome,
Gay syndrome.
with gay syndrome. I know. Um,
You don't suffer, you thrive with
I
it.
kind of I love.
You thrive with it. Cultural appropriation is not lost on you with the gay community.
No, you can tell me. I don't mind this going online. As a straight man, do I appropriate gay culture?
I don't know if I'm the right person to be
Oh
saying this.
shit! Do you think so?
Why am I the right? Yeah.
Fucking unicorn. You can associate with whatever community you want.
Oh, that's wild.
I want to say I don't think I've ever
Um,
said this to Nikita's face. I want to say it out loud. I don't associate you with any community at all. I just think of you as a unicorn. That's why I asked you that question.
I am a
He's like
unicorn.
he's communally. That's a yeah. He's communally
Communally.
ambiguous.
That's crazy.
He's communally ambiguous. He could go, but that's what I'm talking about. We have different parts of ourselves. And do you want to define stat? I want to talk about the third part of my personality, Staten Island
Oh, I
white
thought
boy.
it was you. You needed me to answer the question if you were culturally
Oh
appropriating a gay
shit! I didn't want to
community.
hear the fucking answer, but now I do.
Bro, they didn't want to hear the answer.
Do I culturally appropriate anything?
Yes.
Oof.
I don't think on purpose. Like, it's not on purpose. It's not like you're
Oof.
actively trying to do that. But I feel like a part of you does, like, accidentally. I think it's
Accidentally.
because, like, you spend a lot of time in queer media. You adapt to your
Okay,
surroundings.
give me an example of something I do that like definitely is an appropriation of something.
The Shawn Mendes impression.
Oh no, my Shawn Mendes impression. That's not appropriation. That's just insult to the,
It's so
to
the
like
Shawn.
homosexuality. But like, um, Shawn Mendes
And
is
that
not
we
gay.
know damn well that Mateo loves to
Insult people.
insult
I'm
homosexuality. That's
not
what
a
I meant.
homophobic
No,
person.
you're not. You love the gays.
Chapel Roan. Yeah, I mean, because this is the thing that I'm talking
Post.
about having
I
different
love the gays.
Chapel Roan. But this is the thing I was talking about like having different personalities. You could argue that one of my personalities is wildly gay, and you could argue that one of my other
You
personalities
know that
is
one of Mateo's
wildly
personalities gets
homophobic.
railed.
Oh shit! Oh fuck! All your personalities get railed, bro, up the ass. But like,
Okay.
okay, but for context, right? I had an ex
Is
girlfriend.
there to getting railed? Is this a
Oh, motherfucker!
For all your personalities get railed. For context, I had an ex-girlfriend. That was the worst
She had a
segue.
10-inch dildo and
That
a
was the worst
BMW
segue you could possibly
and
make.
a parking lot. No, I'm kidding.
That's why it's called It's Not Daddy, It's Papa.
I didn't get pegged in a BMW. I swear. Okay, realistically, where I was going, I like scarves. All right, as we rudely pointed out in like
Episode 1.
fuck y'all because it was cold out. All right,
It was
that was an
freezing.
appropriation of gay culture. I just said
The
because
scarf.
it was cold out. But realistically, I feel myself code switching right now. Realistically,
Yeah, look at. I mean, we've
that was
talked
Staten
about
Island
this.
White Boy Swag just came out. Right now, I feel myself generating towards white Staten Island White Boy Swag.
I was gonna explain code switching real quick to our viewers at home.
I want to talk about my ex girlfriend.
Oh, okay, talking about your
No, talk
ex-girlfriend.
about code switching. God,
I
God
was just
damn.
gonna. I was gonna just explain,
Yeah,
like,
no, please do, and then try to go into Staten Island White Boy Swag a little bit.
yeah, but so one of the things that I feel like both of us have actually been able to do pretty well is code switch, and basically, I think the term actually comes from like when you know a different language, you have a personality switch in a different language, right? Like I know English and Russian, I use Russian at home, but when I speak in Russian, my personality is different than it is in English. And I think that's a lot of people, and I think that there's a lot of reasons for it, but um, we code switch a lot depending on the people that we are around. But we don't always do it super successfully. Um, and I think Mateo's Santa and White Boy Swag persona is part of that area where it is successful, but not successful enough to be like,
Not successful if you know me.
damn. It's yeah, if you actually know Mateo, it's a it's so easily a front and is not well kept up. Um at
Because then I
all.
start
Not an
talking, and
insult,
then I
but
start
like
talking about like, because I break it. I stop acting after a while. Like I'll be in my Staten Island White. Because the thing is, when for those of you who aren't from Staten Island, I'm going to give context. A lot of people who grew up in Staten Island are really privileged, and I'm not saying I was, but I grew up around people who were privileged, really insanely
mhm.
privileged. And there's that personality, like the stereotype of like the highlighter clothing, like the neon, you know what I'm saying? A lot of private school communities, a lot of things like that of just like boys. And when I say boys, I mean like think about like an Irish soccer team where
We
they're
met
like
an
the
Irish soccer team.
we did meet an
Or
Irish soccer team.
rugby or
It
something.
was whatever. But think about like Irish soccer team, the way that the boys are like boys. You know what I'm saying? Like there's that community. And I think I growing up, bro, I'm kind of great at assimilating with like different groups of people. I have to say, you could throw me in Guam, I'll make a couple friends. Great at it, but I'm good at making friends because I'm not always true to myself, which you need to get good at. I'm not kidding. It's a fucking skill to have. I'm proud of that shit.
Yeah,
Um,
it's hard to be like real and authentic in front of strangers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
authenticity is important, but sometimes it's okay to like over a little bit. But
You could put them up front. It's not a bad thing, you know.
no, but
Code switching
your
isn't
close
bad
friends
at
are gonna
all.
notice it. There's so many times where I've been in like cars with people with like Staten Island white boy swag type members,
Members.
and to survive, I'll put up the front for a minute just to like do what I gotta do, and I'll be thinking in my head, I'm like, oh,
You've always survived in white boy swag, Staten Island white boy swag, but you've never thrived in Staten Island white boy
never
swag.
thrived. Hey, people, Shawn Mendes and Blonde Sorority Girl have done better for me than
I
Staten
think
Island
you've
white boy.
thrived in blonde sorority girl the most, actually.
That's facts.
I feel like I've thrived in blonde sorority girls.
That's facts.
No, I'm not. What? Do you hear what just came out of my mouth?
I've thrived in Blonde Sorority
Yeah,
Girls.
that was not the right way of wording that. But I feel like we've both thrived in that personality the most. I don't know
Yeah.
why.
Well, how would you define blonde sorority girl for me? Like, you know what I mean? Because we're still men at the end of this.
We
I had to
love to
reiterate.
shit.
I had to reiterate. Like, these are still men used to fight in wars. Now they sit on podcasts and say that they're blonde sorority girls. But
Yeah.
how would you define me as a blonde sorority girl?
We had a situation last year, and it was arguably the lowest point, but also somehow the highest point of 2024. Um, do you know which situation I am referring
When we
to?
got stalked.
When we got
Oh, I
stalked
fell in
big
love.
time. Oh my God, we got it wasn't just us. It was half of
Staten
the
Island.
Staten Island, the world as we know it at that
That's so
point,
sad. Staten Island, the world as we know it. Yeah, but
um, was infiltrated, was brought down to its knees, crippled, one may say.
I'm still on my knees.
Can you? Oh, we know you damn on your
Oh, the
knees.
blonde
You
sorority girl.
thrived on your knees.
Oh no.
Oh, mouth wide open. Um,
All right, bro. That's cultural appropriation now, because wow. But okay.
you want to explain the
Yeah.
situation?
So
What
I was
happened?
at a party of a friend of mine was hosting. Hope she's doing good. Haven't spoken to her in a while. Hope her parties are still partying. Hope she's doing great. But
Thrive.
hope she's thriving. As she's not blonde, but she's also a blonde sorority.
She is the blonde sorority. She's probably the most blonde sorority girl that we know.
I hope she's doing good. She's not even blonde, but
She's not
anyway,
blonde nor a sorority girl.
oh, what the fuck? I just had like a Joe Biden gaff. But
Joe Biden moment. We can
yeah,
still make that joke because
we
this
can still
episode
make
goes
it.
out before
Oh, for
Donald Trump
those of
gets
you divas that don't
inaugurated.
want to hear about politics, we're not talking about politics anymore. So
Yeah.
go wank off to that. Basically, I was at this party, and if you know me or if you don't, I like bonding with people by talking. I'm a hater at my core. I like
Blonde sorority girl type
I
chats.
literally like talking. You know,
Shit talking gossip is like your number one food
it's also
intake.
yes, it's also, but it's also how I bond with people.
Bef-
Like, please tell me how much you hate your ex-boyfriend, and I will listen.
Before
Um,
we recorded this episode, we sat on the floor and ate pizza for like 2 hours,
that
just
shows
shit
you
talking
the type
people.
of budget that you guys are giving us with your wonderful reactions to
Yeah,
our work.
but we sat here and we shit talked for like 2.5 hours
Yeah.
about just random fuckery that we have experienced.
But yeah, bonding with me is easiest done by, misery loves company. So talking shit, is my thing. But basically, I was at this party. I was talking shit about some girl and her friends or whatever, because like that's just what I do. And again, men used to fight in wars. Now they sit on podcasts saying I talk shit about some girl. That's what I do. But we'll live. You'll live. I swear. You guys will live. It'll be okay. Um,
Speaking of men thriving in wars, you know Matteo has a music and military service award.
I do.
My dear friend Matteo is a very talented musician. He has several TikTok accounts.
Go
Um,
follow under Mateo underscore guitar underscore shit. Mateo
great
Guitar Shit. I have to
musician.
change the name. The person who named that account isn't even friends with me anymore.
Yeah, damn. Well,
Broken heart
broken
emoji.
heart is
Don't
crazy.
really don't give a fuck. But the
Um,
name kind of it was
the name kind
fire.
of eats, but like,
Yeah, it should.
um, talented musician, awesome. Yet has never ever been related to the military in any which sort of way. Would not even be eligible to serve in the military, I think. Um,
Why would I not? Oh. Actually, don't answer that on the live. They
not
don't.
live. Bro's gonna think
Wait a
about this
minute. Wait
and
a minute.
text me at 2 a.m. in the morning.
Don't say it out loud. Why would I not be eligible to serve in the military?
Oh, there's so many things. I'll tell you later.
Don't say anything insulting to me. But
Glasses.
oh shit, yeah. So I'm blind.
That's not even,
Fucking
yeah.
bad. I wear contacts, but that doesn't matter, does it? You can wear
I think it
contacts.
for some positions. I mean, I'm not serving in the military. I think for some positions, for sure, like you can't fly a plane.
Well, I'm 125 pounds. That's what I'll share with you guys. I think that's probably
That's
part of
probably a
it.
disqualification.
Okay, yeah.
Probably
If
height.
you
Like,
guys
there's a
need.
lot of things.
Okay, thanks,
I
man.
love you. Um, what's it called? Never once served a day of his life in the military. Um,
Now I need a fucking napkin. I'm sorry.
yet,
Oh shit.
yet, still, without ever serving a day in his life in the military, had received a music excellence in music and military service award, which was insane. We went to this fancy ass award ceremony. We got all dolled up.
Our ex-girlfriends were there.
It was we weren't even dating them at the time.
What are these? The ex-girlfriends.
Oh, I thought you meant I thought for them. I thought the
No!
context. Okay, I had to explain that. For context, he means like prior ex-girlfriends, not like at this current moment
Yeah, no, they were
ex-girlfriend.
ex-girlfriends at the
Though they
time.
were also ex-girlfriends now.
Yeah.
But um, we went to this award ceremony. Crazy night. Mateo walks away with a music and military service
Military
award.
service award. I've never served in my life.
Yeah,
I'm the only person who's gotten a military service award without serving any service.
it's quite an accomplishment actually. But back to whatever the fuck you were saying.
Okay,
What were
yeah.
you? Oh, you said
At
men
the
used to fight in
party.
wars, and I had to explain
Oh,
that
but I
you've
was
never
saying,
fought
so
them.
yeah, I'm at this party. We're talking about the stalking thing, right? And basically, fucking talking mad shit, and then
Always.
oh,
We always be talking mad shit.
oh, hey
We had
P,
to
I'm sorry.
censor
I just
episode
did
3 like crazy because we were talking mad shit.
talking mad shit about somebody, but oh, I have to stop doing the Shawn Mendes if I keep doing the hey people in
You
the
keep
background.
culturally appropriating the
I don't
gays.
culturally appropriate gay people. Gay people culturally appropriate me.
That's a wild
I
statement. The
have
gay community's gonna
I
cancel
have
you.
straight Staten Island white boy swag that gets turned around.
We're gonna send this to all the gays living in Bushwick.
Look, it's frozen. Who the fuck lives in Bushwick? Let's talk about this now. So many people.
Everyone.
Wait, I'm waiting for the shit to unfreeze.
The color
So
changed.
many people claim to live in Bushwick that don't. If you live in Westchester or fucking Staten Island, I don't want to hear that you live in Bushwick because you don't. Nobody lives in Bushwick. Um, as a matter of fact, is Bushwick a real place?
Last on episode 2, I think you had a quote that said everyone lives in Bushwick. Do you resend that statement?
I think everybody wishes they lived in Bushwick. It's one of those things where everybody
It's a liminal
says,
space.
it's like, you know, when somebody says, I know a guy who can do X, Y, and Z, and then, okay, hook me up.
It's
And they don't. It's
Bushwick
like
is a
they
liminal
say that
space.
it's got to be a liminal space. Or like they're like, okay, I live in Bushwick.
Have we ever been to Bushwick?
Benson. No,
No, we haven't been to
no.
Bushwick. It's fake.
I
It's
was going
not
to say
real.
maybe Bensonhurst, but no. Um,
We
no.
barely stepped foot in
Foot in
Brooklyn
Brooklyn.
together.
I was born in Brooklyn, which is something that I wanted to talk about with my Staten Island white boy swag. One of the issues that I have is
Losing track of topics. Back to the stalking.
oh, he saved me there. Okay.
Back to the stalking. We
Look
resume
at
our
this
story.
diva. Look at this diva saying,
I
"Oh,
am a
to tell me to
diva.
switch the topic." Who the
Switch it back to the stalking because that's a fucking highlight of 2024. We're in 2025. This is a highlight of 2024. Explain. Explain away. You were at this party. You were talking mad shit. What goes down? Give us the breakdown. That was a great announcer voice.
No, now I'm just thinking about all the things I just shared. Do you guys think I'm a horrible person?
No, just
Do
explain
you
the
guys think I'm
stalking
a bad
points.
person for saying Staten Island white boy swag? I
Stand
don't
on
mean
white
it
boy
in a
swag isn't a bad thing.
okay. I'm not a bad guys. I feel insecure now.
Not a bad guy.
I'm not a bad. I don't appropriate any culture. Now I feel like an asshole.
You aren't an asshole. We love your asshole.
You're appropriating gay. See what I'm saying?
Oh, that was so bad. Oh, I hate them. Okay. You entertain them. I will be right back.
Where the fuck are you going? Hi guys. Essentially, I was at a party and I was really drunk off on a white girl wasted off of Pink Whitney. Sorority white girl wasted off of Pink Whitney. And don't get the fuck out of the frame. Don't come back. This is my show now. Fuck out of here. I deserve
I'm
any.
back.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen.
And I receive a text. I don't even remember what the
Hey,
text said.
you up? I don't
The
know.
text said to keep my name out your fucking mouth.
It was like the Will Smith.
Will Smith bitch slap ass text, and I responded with white.
Will Smith texted Mateo.
I thought it was this girl from Charlotte's Web. I don't know if you've ever read Charlotte's Web, the book Charlotte Web.
Mm.
Yeah, So I hit it back.
Deep cut. Oh
I
my
said,
God, I haven't
yo,
heard thought of that book
the
in
book.
fucking
Yeah, so I
centuries.
say, yo, Charlotte's Web, stop hitting me up. It turns out that poor girl had nothing to do with anything. She's living her life peacefully.
Not
Doesn't even know
true.
who the fuck I am. You should see not true.
Swear.
She's alive. She's doing
But
Charlotte's
she
Web.
had connection to this.
She didn't. She didn't.
Charlotte's Web. Who's Charlotte's
Now
Web?
you're losing them.
Who's
Basically,
who? What the fuck? Wait up, bro. I think you fucked up the name of the character in Charlotte's Web.
isn't the name of the character Charlotte? What is short for?
Oh, I thought the name of the character
Is
started with a
now we're
K.
just talking about this
Okay,
random poor girl who has nothing to do with
whatever. Okay,
anything.
yes, you're right. You're right. Okay, if let's.
Oh no, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about this random girl who has nothing to do with anything I'm
Okay,
talking about.
yes,
Who's right?
yes. Now I know who
Um,
you're talking about. I
I
got so
thought that I
confused.
was so wasted that I just thought it was this random ass girl. So I texted back and I was like, "You." I texted the name. I was like, "Leave me the fuck alone."
You
And then
Charlotte's Web.
you Charlotte's Web. And then the person who responded was not that girl, and she goes, "Yo, you're way off, but nice try." Nice try, Diddy. And I keep seeing those Instagram comments. Nice try, Diddy. But literally, we keep going, and I keep. Eventually, this person tries to solicit me into sex, sends me my address. That's when it got scary. They hit me with my addy, bro.
And
This
then
random text now number that we could not trace for shit hit me with my fucking addy.
what's
And
worse is that they got a bunch of other. There subsequently, like half of Staten Island got texted
he done got
in
his
this,
address.
and everyone got their addresses leaked. Like tech savvy ass motherfucker. It's like the fucking computer team. Our asses can barely edit a podcast episode.
Well, yeah, really.
Deep cut. Um, and these motherfuckers like got half of the island's numbers. Like, what social engineering bullshit was that? Like,
It was really impressive, and it honestly turned me on a little bit. But basically, whoever put the effort, and then I started getting daily poetry. I got "Killing the Love" by Anne Sexton. If any of you are like English major nerds or any sort of anything that reads, or
we got poetry. There was like
you
a
could
riddle.
whatever. I got Anne Sexton, "Killing the Love." I got John Milton, "Paradise Lost." Those are some of the greatest poems ever written. And I, at the time, was not as well written,
Well read.
well read.
Well read.
And for those of you, I'm an English major, so I should be. But I was not really that well read at that point. So basically, I didn't even understand this, but I have them in my house. So basically, I got "Killing Love" by Anne Sexton, "Paradise Lost," and I got a
Custom
clip.
poetry too,
I
I
got some
feel like.
custom written poetry. I also got a clip of
A song.
Casual, but not casual. Good Luck Babe by
Good
Chal
luck, man.
Marone was sent to me. So I said, "Who is this sexy woman that's stalking me like this?" And I was really honestly incredibly turned on by it because I was like, "You're sending me." I got poetry every day, and it went from my address being sent to me and death threats. Obviously, I forgot to include
Yeah,
they were death
death
threats.
threats, like stabbing, like
Somebody was telling me
horrible
they were gonna
stuff.
stab me. All this shit.
Like
Something
meetups
in the
with people.
something in the psyche got twisted because at some point I got really turned on, and I was like, I'm really enjoying being stalked.
You know, it's like one of those things where it's like a Stockholm syndrome. You ever heard of Stockholm syndrome?
Isn't that town where you couldn't leave and then they didn't want to leave? Yeah. If you hold
What?
somebody in a space
Oh,
for,
I don't know about
yeah,
that.
it's basically I don't know if it's a real town, but like it's or just a
Stockholm's a
story.
real place,
Yeah,
but
but basically it's like well I don't
it's
know
in
because
Sweden.
Glasgow Kiss for no reason it's when you cut your they call it I don't know why they call it the Glasgow Kiss, but like same thing with Stockholm. I don't know if it actually has anything to do with Stockholm, but it's like when you
Um,
keep somebody in a situation for so
yep.
long that they don't want to leave.
It's Beauty and the Beast is the biggest example of Stockholm syndrome. You
You
seen
guys
that movie?
watching this podcast this far is another example of Stockholm
We've
syndrome.
kept you in. We've kept you in. But Beauty and the Beast is a great example of Stockholm syndrome. I think that's the number one like piece of media I could think of that showcases Stockholm syndrome. But yeah, bro experienced Stockholm syndrome in real life, IRL.
Well, yeah.
We still don't know who this person is. Highlight of 2024 though.
We have no idea. It was really
The
fun getting
death
stalked.
threats, the social like the fucking the amount of people that we had to communicate to that we haven't spoken to in like decades at this point,
Oh god.
basically. To try to figure out who this person was insane. The amount of hours we've dedicated sitting there and like fucking charting it out. Like that one meme of the fucking guy with the
Yeah.
board aliens. It
Oh
was
yeah.
us for like months on end. Bro, I have notes apps of like who it could be.
We really tried to figure out. I was really upset the night it happened because
And it kept going. It went on for months.
it did go on for,
Probably like 2, 3 months.
and one day it just stopped,
And then one day, we made a few phone calls, and then it mysteriously disappeared.
just disappeared. And honestly, like the more I think about it, I have my own system, like my own belief system on who it was. I don't think it's fair for me to go and say, but it's one of those things where like there's so many aspects of life where you can have your prediction
And it just be
and just never know. It's one of those mysteries. It's like who was stalking me back in 2024? I don't know, but I know. You know it in your heart and you don't want to say it out loud because once you put it into the universe, you're being a little cocky by saying like, "Oh, I'm definitely correct." I don't really know.
no one knows.
No
I
one
think
really knows.
the only person who knows is the person who did it. And even then, who knows? Because it could have been
It really
multiple
does
people.
fuck with your definition of love though, because the way I see it, somebody who put that much effort into stalking me is almost it's almost romantic. Like, I hate to say it, it is almost romantic. It's
Stockholm
like
syndrome
you
ass
no,
motherfucker.
it's not Stockholm syndrome. Like I think this is also why people stay in fucked up relationships. Oh, I can't want to get into like domestic issues, but yeah, I'm revoking what I said. This is not why people stay in fucked up relationships. But like when you put all that effort into fucking me over, you gotta love me. You know what I'm saying? You gotta love me at least a little bit.
A little bit, because that was insane. The amount of people that like
Got
were
involved. Oh,
got
texted,
involved and
harassed.
texted or harassed and like on different numbers across different like platforms and like it was crazy across different like fucking like
Time
areas of
zones,
life,
bro. Like
bro. Like it was insane. I've
too
never
much.
seen like a social engineering scam to this extent. Like that was
Pulled
horrible.
off so well.
Plus, so well, we still don't know, which is insane because we always know everything. Like
Or we think we know everything. I think that's
we're
the
caught, yeah,
pitfall of well, okay, two sides of that that I'm realizing going to 2025. One, you don't know everything, and two, not you as in you, just like
yeah,
whatever,
no.
you don't know everything. And two, you don't know as little as you think that you know. I don't know if you've ever experienced this because you've always been the hands-on like fixer of
Hmm.
things in like scenarios. But I used to put people on like a pedestal above you of intelligence, and I know like there's a couple people in my life. You're one of them actually. Um, that I
It's just going.
when I was young, my brother's another one. People who seem to just like know everything. Not that you're not intelligent, you're a very intelligent
Mhm.
person, but just because you're around people that you think are smarter than you, don't do the thing of like they know the answer better than I do. Because then you
Yeah,
stop
because
using your
it's
brain
not.
and you end up becoming like fucking self-hating. Literally, there's so many things in my life now, and like not to, my brother's smart too, not to put him on blast, but like because he is such a niche, like intelligent person, I'm always like, oh, what's the answer to this? You would know, right? And then no, realistically, not to sound that cocky, I would fucking know. There's so many things that you know, and this is for the audience. You know, not I don't know why I got all Mr. Rogers positive. But there's so many things that you know that you don't attribute yourself to knowing, and that you can do that you don't think you can. I don't know where I got this from, but
But the thing is, like, you have to separate out, like, um, no, that's not what I was trying to say. What I was trying to say is that you have to find people that complement what you know and build on top of that, you
yeah, and
know?
they know a
Because
separate set of skills.
you
And
could know everything by surrounding yourself with people, you know?
there's no way to know everything. I think
There
making
isn't,
peace
but
with
you
that is
can.
good.
Oh, absolutely. But I think you can know a lot more. Have not know, you would never know, but you can understand more by surrounding yourself with people that have different skill sets,
Yeah,
different
absolutely.
understandings of the world. Like I personally just come from a very like analytical understanding of the world.
Yeah, I could see
Um
it.
I don't know why. Like, I legitimately have no clue why, because if you think about anything that I do, personally, none
Not
of it's
any at
analytical
all.
at all.
Yeah,
In fact, it is quite the opposite of analytical. It is very creative. But feel like my thinking set of skills is very analytical versus you are very creative in your like set of thinking skills. And I think that complements like stuff. It's like I'll ask you questions about like decisions and whatnot because you have insight that I can't have because I'm thinking about it in a very analytical perspective. And it's really great to have people around you that can complement and um, understand it, you
right.
know?
I want to ask you, what's one thing? Like, give me an example,
Okay.
not to like jerk me
Hmm.
off or like boost my ego here.
Oh, that's crazy.
What's
I would
one
never jerk you off.
what is one thing unique about the way I handle situations that in your friendship with me,
Hmm.
I have offered you a different toolbox to use on different scenarios. You know what I mean?
Hmm. I think, I don't know, I feel like there's a lot of things that we agree on, and then there's a lot of things that we don't agree on. I personally, I would like to think that I am very good at putting myself in other people's shoes, but I am not very good at putting myself in other people's shoes. I could say that. Um, like I understand that I'm actually pretty bad at it, even though I claim to be able to be good at it. Um,
Oh God.
and there's been situations where it's like I just am like, yeah, I know what they feel, and it's like, no, you don't know, and like you will point them out, and I think that's the other good thing is that like you're not afraid to be like, hey, you're just looking at this completely wrong,
Right.
or just not even necessarily wrong, because there's no wrong way to look at something, really. It's kind of just different,
Yeah.
and you have to
Well,
make that decision on yourself. And I think you've never forced a decision to come out, um, but you definitely have influenced decisions on like actions. Absolutely.
I think yeah. No, I know what you mean. I mean, part of my thing is like I like you said I like to point out other people's perspectives.
Hmm.
I will say I'm pretty good at knowing how other people feel and like acting on it because I do put of like too much importance maybe on other people's feelings, but like for the most part, whenever I do something, I think about like who's it impacting in which way. And whenever you have to cut slack, because like when you're making a decision, you have to cut slack of one thing, whether
Hmm.
it's one, you have to pick a person's feelings that are gonna get hurt or your own. You know what I mean? Going as I get older, it sounds selfish, but the thing I'm cutting slack with right now in my life is everybody else. It sounds stupid, but I'm like, if I could just rest and take care of that, that's what I'm doing because you've known me for long enough of me like trying to empathize with other people. I low key ran out. You know, you get oh, I ran out. I got so tired that I
It's
ran
like a
out.
it's like a
That now
battery
I'm
almost.
recharging. Yeah, I'm recharging, and I'm gonna come back to like reality in like a month or so. But like right now, I'm recharging, and I'm trying to. I have a couple friendships right now that are in my life that are just kind of me listening to other people. Um,
It's not helpful because
I don't mind it though because it's practicing like an empathy skill. I'm gonna pull up my New Year's resolutions while I know we said
okay.
no more phones, but
Yeah.
you speak to these people, and I'm gonna get back to you guys in 1 second.
Um yeah, you were talking about recharging skills and especially social skills. And I think that like the term social battery is super super interesting because it is something that needs to be recharged. And I thought me and you have experienced this where we will go through months of social interactions and like crazy, like we're gonna sit there and interact with everyone, and then we go drop dead off the face of the earth for months. Um, and it's very much up and down and up and down. Um, we're both people that exist. I think you said it in a different episode that exists in flux. Um,
Yes.
it's a very big part of our personality. It'll be up and down and up and down. Um, and it's I don't know. Something about battery and that. Come back, please.
Yeah, no, I'm
Save
sorry.
me.
So I have this thing of like I don't appreciate cell phones out when I'm talking to people or on this podcast. I made a no cell phones rule. I'm on mine right now.
And then he just fakes it.
However, I'm also pulling on my New Year's resolutions and I'm texting my mom. What a professional thing to say in a podcast. However, the point I want to make is that you have to save room for certain things in your life
You have to
and
hold space,
you
one
have
may
to
say.
hold space.
This is the second podcast in a
Third
row.
one that we've done this, or all of them. It's becoming the thing. But you
We're not
got,
even doing it
I don't know
correctly.
how, honestly,
No,
but
bro, put out your finger.
well, it froze, so they're not going to see it. But
Okay, it doesn't matter. Put out your finger. When they come back, no, do it over the cup, bro.
okay.
It's like this. And we're just gonna hold space until the episode comes back.
I
Oh,
can
it's
see it
back.
now, just like this.
Okay,
But you
just
have
like
to
this.
save room in your life for the people that matter, 100%. So the reason why I brought that up is you can let go now, actually.
No, it's okay.
But the reason I brought that up, the texting thing, is like I when you burn out at a certain point, which I 100% have, cut slack, let the world around you collapse, and take care of what you need to take care of. I think that's so important. Um,
New Year's Eve resolutions.
okay,
Or
New
New Year's
Year's. I'm gonna
resolution.
read them. These are I wrote them down.
Damn,
I
bro.
wrote them down really cryptically, so I'm gonna have to try to make these.
Oh, I
Make sense of them.
hate that. Okay.
No,
I'm gonna make sense of it. Okay.
there's 12 of these that I wrote down
Okay,
here.
start with one and we're gonna go through each of them.
Number one says try not to bring back what's gone and resurrect the dead.
Okay.
Slash what's gone is gone.
Okay, I think let's break this down. Nostalgia, nostalgia, nostalgia.
Basically, my
Um,
first resolution is do not try to bring back the dead.
it's not worth it. I agree with you. I
I
think
don't
that's a
even
really
mean the
good.
actual dead. I mean mourning people that are not in your life anymore. Because I mean, if you know somebody at 1 year in your life, 2 years go by, you don't talk to them anymore. You don't know them anymore. That version of
People
them.
change so quickly, and it's just based on there's so many things, surroundings especially, but like a lot of people, we were talking about code switching earlier. A lot of people code switch to you and they lose that ability if you don't interact with them in a
If you're
while.
not, also they
So,
grow past the versions that knew you. You know what I mean? So stop trying to resurrect the dead. Is number
and I
one.
agree that's a great resolution.
Number
Next.
two is do my best to stop trying to impress people who could never love me the way I love them.
I love the first part of it. Do my best to try to impress
To stop trying to
people.
impress people.
Um, I just don't like the second part because you're putting a lot of emphasis on um other people when I think the focus of a New Year's resolution should be on yourself.
Well, the point is
Um,
to stop trying to impress them.
yeah, but um you're gauging that on someone else's reaction. I think part of it being a good resolution, and just general goal setting, I think part of a good thing is that the goal has to be something that you are responsible for achieving. People loving you back is not something that you are responsible
I
for
guess
achieving.
so, but this acknowledges that. So stop trying to impress. I guess so. You're right. Yeah. Stop trying to. I guess I'll just say stop trying to impress people who don't. Stop trying. You're
Stop
right.
trying to
Because
impress
even
people.
if I include their reciprocity or lack thereof,
It's
um,
not that's not that's beyond your control. You got
right.
to
So I
let that
guess
go.
I'm just gonna say do my best to stop trying to impress people. Whatever.
And I love that goal. I think that's a great goal, and I will absolutely be trying to do the same this year.
Number
Okay.
three is to say to stop equating breadcrumbs with love.
Okay. I think this is a good one because it is focusing on yourself,
Yeah.
but like part of it, and I think that's maybe it's just me being a little bit pessimistic about putting your own goals, like goals with love, um simply out of the fact that it requires a different person to achieve them.
Yeah, no, I mean
um
in life and friendship, so like to stop taking a little bit, like
uh
breadcrumbs. But I don't need romantic love. I guess all my relationships, like platonic, whatever, a breadcrumb
hmm
is not care. You know what I mean? That's what I'm
absolutely,
trying to get away from.
yeah. And I mean, me and you have encountered this a
Oh
lot,
yeah,
where we try to give and give and give and give to so many people,
and
and
get nothing in
we
return.
either get nothing in return or basically nothing, and it's just not worth it to do that because it drains you so much. We were just talking about social battery when you were gone,
Yeah.
talking, looking at your phone. Um,
Do
yeah, we the people were talking.
y'all not fuck with
Um,
me anymore because of that?
no, we fucking hate you.
Oh man.
Can we executive vote you out of the resolution number 4?
I don't like that one.
Oh, okay. Resolution number 5.
Oh,
Should we
by
do-
the way, guys, I'm taking this off of a TikTok poetry account that I have. So, I hate saying that out loud. So I kind of have to reword a lot of these because they're for the people. Um,
We the people.
to love people proudly, but to be able to tell them no. I
I
wrote
think that's a really good goal to have. I think me and you both are really big people pleasers.
really.
And one of the things I reposted a TikTok about this, and I know you stopped fucking with my TikTok reposts.
Yeah, they're
Um,
always so damn boring. I stalk everybody's except for his because his are
crazy.
fucking boring.
That's
Look at like
crazy.
I stalk everybody's. He lost my retention.
That's crazy.
If you know me at all, I have looked at your reposts seven
I have
times.
fire reposts, so the fact that you don't look at them is
I hate your
crazy.
reposts.
What?
I hate your
I
reposts.
know you hate them, and they're comedic gold. They're awesome. They are the best things you've ever seen.
Mine are all Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless
But
Minds.
it's the repost off my private account. You know how I have like 7
Oh,
TikTok
maybe I
accounts?
don't look at the right account. Yeah,
Maybe.
because yeah,
Just
okay,
look at the account that I send you TikToks on.
I've looked at that. Yeah, that's about it.
Yeah, that's the one that has all the fire
Oh,
reposts.
I digress.
Damn.
I digress. Then okay.
Damn.
Well,
Okay. One of the things I reposted was coming to 2025, the energy of this song, and it was Brene Rapp's Poison Poison, and it was like fuck you, you dumb bitch, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. It was that part of the song. Um and it's basically about people pleasing because she's a really big people pleaser. Um
okay, yeah, I
like
get that.
that's a big part of like who she used to be and who she's trying to not be anymore.
And you're trying to stop people pleasing.
Yes, I really want to stop. That's never gonna happen. I know that.
I literally think once you start, you can't stop. I'm not gonna lie.
Once you start people pleasing,
Once you
absolutely.
stop, no, no, once you
Oh,
stop people pleasing, it's gonna be hard to stop stopping. Because I mean, I try to love people into loving me, and I'm quoting a friend of ours that said that, so I'm not gonna give her credit, but
what?
somebody said to me that they try to love people into loving them.
D?
No, we're not doing any names. This is a
No,
woman.
it wasn't a name, dog.
Oh, D. Where'd D come from?
Oh my God. It was a name, but it was the first letter of their name.
No, this
Oh.
woman has none of that.
Oh, it was a woman. Okay. So,
Name five women. Go right now.
uh,
Not that we know, just five women. Can you do it?
Beyonce. I need to
Anyway,
give a
this
shout.
is
Oh,
this is a shout out to somebody who said something to me,
Beyonce.
and it's on my mind.
Please thank Beyonce before she shoots us.
Thank you,
Have you seen
Beyonce.
that
I
meme?
have seen that. Thank you, Beyonce.
You would know more about that if you check my TikTok
Oh
reposts.
God, but yeah, no, I'm just this is a random person that I'm shouting out something they said because I really
Shout out to
resonated.
you, random person.
Random ass
We love
woman.
you.
Do you? No, I'm kidding. I'm
I don't
sorry. I
know
know
who
that
this random ass woman is,
this is a
so
random ass woman, and it's actually something she's that like resonated with me. This friend who said this, that she tries to love people into loving her, like you know what I mean. I always try to people please because I think in a way, it. And again, the reason I brought this person up is they worded it better than me, and I said their wording, so now they could go away. But I try to love people because I think in a way I have a fear of abandonment. So like if I'm nice,
Stockholm syndrome
if no, no, but
ass
if I'm nice enough and if I
love.
love them enough, they won't leave. I think that's
Stockholm
exactly what
syndrome.
it is. That's why I'm so nice to people. I like to give them my whole ear, listen to everything, try
Two
to do my best
ears.
because I just don't want to be abandoned. I want company at the end of the day. I think I have a general fear of not having company.
I think it's scary, but it's something that like no matter what situation, you're always gonna be at some in some part of your life alone. Like there's like you
Yeah.
can peel back all the layers, and at your core, you are alone,
Oh, yeah, yeah, no,
right?
it's true. But
Right?
I
Like
really
no
want to.
matter who you have, you're still always alone. That's the only person that's with you all the time is yourself. Um,
Oh,
so that's like the rawest form of you, and you gotta be okay with being alone because you're always being alone. Like,
I think being okay with alone also just it takes a lot of time. I'm not great at it, but
no, absolutely. It's a very
yeah, that's
difficult thing to
hard.
do.
That's really hard,
I don't think
honestly.
anyone can truly be okay with being alone, but it's the only thing that you're being constantly.
Is alone.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're never not in the situation where you are not alone.
that's true. Yeah,
There are situations where you're Staten Island white boy swag. There's situations where you're a blonde sorority girl, but you are always alone.
I gotta pee.
Go piss, boy, I guess. What the hell? Why was I left alone? This is crazy. Um, what were we talking about? My New Year's resolutions. Let's go through. My New Year's resolutions were very different. I don't like making abstract resolutions. I mean, I do, but I don't really, um, I like tangible goals. Being like a very analytical thinking person, I need tangible goals to survive. So all of my resolutions revolved around things I can achieve, you know? So like things I could like check off successfully that I've done. Um, and a lot of them revolve around theater. That is, um, I want to be a stage manager. That is like actively a goal that I'm pursuing, working towards. A lot of them revolve around um, my connections with other people and working on projects. That's what I was talking about with like I'm do a lot more creative things, um, which is really weird because I have a very analytical mind. I was talking about my own New Year's resolutions, and they were nothing like yours. Just
What's up,
FYI,
guys? Empty
you're back.
bladder. We're ready to go.
He went and he did a go piss girl
I had to
moment.
go piss. Listen, it happens.
Go
I feel
piss
like I'm a new
girl.
man now. I was getting really antsy and I was speaking too fast because I had to pee.
Yeah.
Where are we? What's going on?
I was just
We're gonna end
talking
this out.
about you missed out on me sharing how my New Year's resolutions were very different than yours. Because remember how we were talking about that you have a very creative brain,
Yeah.
creative thinking mindset versus I have a very analytical thinking mindset. All of my goals were very unlike yours because they were very um tangible.
Yeah.
Like they were things that I can actively check off that I've done, you know?
Right. Well,
Um,
mine is also keep mind you being right off of a writing account, so it's a little like
yeah.
it's obviously really abstract, but
But I feel like that's just also how
I
you
know.
like you set goals more abstractly versus I'm like, I want this to happen by this date, and this is exactly how I'm gonna measure it.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's just me. But back to your stuff.
Next one, walking away is a. This is crazy.
Just read it.
Walking away is a cathartic way of admitting I have no power. Now, what do you make of that before I try to explain it?
Walking away is a cathartic way of.
Admitting that I have no power.
I disagree completely. I think walking away is a great. If you can get yourself, if you can have the, you have power if you are able to say, bye.
Walking away
Walking
is what I'm saying.
away,
That's what you should do. Walking away. I'm promoting walking away with this. I think it's worded weirdly.
you worded it the
Walking
opposite.
away is a cathartic way of admitting you have no power. When you
It's a cathartic way of admitting you have power. That's how I would word it. You have the power to leave.
Okay, I guess so. But I think when you find that you can't fix something further, you can't change it, walk away. That's freeing. That's cathartic. That's beautiful.
Absolutely. That
That's
doesn't
kind of
mean
what
you
I
have.
meant. I think our wording is different. We have the same
Yeah.
idea.
And that doesn't mean you're not powerless. And in fact, I think it means you're powerful. You had
Yeah.
the ability to get up and leave. That is a very scary, very dangerous thing to do, I
Facts,
think.
facts, 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 facts,
Um,
facts, facts, facts.
it's
No,
crazy.
facts, facts. Going into 2025, I
Facts.
want to walk away from things more.
What are you planning on walking away from?
Situations that I can't get the better of without walking away.
You always want to be the best in situations.
No.
So why are you walking away from them?
I mean, situations that you can't get the better end of. Like, if I'm looking at something and I'm like, it's so fucked. Like, my job, let me talk about it right now. Um, I need to find another one. I'm not even kidding. It's not a bad place, but overall, I walk.
It's not good for
It's just
you. I
not
don't
good for
think
me anymore. I go there and I find I can't make anything better. I can't brighten anything. And not that like everything's about me, but I feel like my skill box, my skill set
it's
is not,
different
it
than
doesn't apply to this place. This place is like, not a place that I could really use I don't feel like I'm using myself to the best of my ability. And in 2025, obviously the job market sucks, but I want a second job to walk away from this one. And, a lot of people too that just are fix and uppers. I gotta walk away from them too because it's like if I can't do something that would apply the best version of myself, I need to
then
move
you
on.
don't want to do it.
That's great. Number,
Maybe we go through half these and save these
I'm
for the
skipping
next
most of these.
episode. Oh, okay. I was just gonna say let's do like three more and maybe we'll bring them back.
Well, there's only about two more that
Episode,
I
what
even
is
want to
it,
say.
5? Okay, so
Yeah.
just let's go through the last two and then we're gonna do a little wrap up for y'all sitting at home watching this.
To realize that there's only so much time and more in the time in the moment as opposed to after.
Realize that there's so much time.
And mourn it while it's happening as opposed to mourning it later.
You see, I'm gonna completely disagree with you.
I think it's better to sit in the moment and say, I'm going to miss this when it's gone, than
I wouldn't say I'm gonna miss this when it's gone.
you wouldn't say that.
No,
You
you
never
sh
have a moment where you're like, I'm gonna remember this forever while it's
oh, I
happening.
do, but it shouldn't. That
Do
shouldn't
that
be.
in the moment.
That
Don't
shouldn't be
mourn it
your.
later. That's a form of mourning, I think.
But I don't think you should look at a moment to be like, I'm gonna remember this later. I think it's a bad way to look at the moment. I think you gotta kind of go with the flow. Like you can't
Control
create
your own
like
memories.
yeah, you can't like try to create
You got me.
a fake. Not even fake. I mean, it's not fake, but like you can't say that this is something that you're gonna remember because then you're forcing yourself. It's working backwards,
Yeah, you're
and
right.
you're not a fan of working backwards. So I'm very surprised that you
You're
wrote
right.
something
I
that
gotta stop
works
working backwards.
backwards.
That's another one of my resolutions is to stop working backwards. But
And which is really weird because you're actually really good at pointing out when people are working backwards. Um,
I do it to them all the time. Uh,
because I love working
you know
backwards
why? Because
because I set goals differently.
I
You
could
know?
see my not, I'm not calling you crazy, but I could
Yeah,
see my crazy in other people. We all have a little bit of it.
yeah.
And one of the craziest things that I do is
A little bit of Matteo inside of you, if you know what
there's a little bit of Mateo inside of everybody. If you know, you
definitely.
know. And the screen froze at the worst time when I said that. But there's a little bit of Mateo in everybody. And
Bro's a little slut.
oh, hey people. Okay, I gotta stop doing that impression because it is appropriation. Something I did was I we spoke about this in another episode, but I like to plan in advance, like ahead, really big in advance, backwards. I literally said like I'll set up problems like what if this happens and then this happens and then that happens, but I haven't even established that the first thing would happen. And that's something I've struggled with my like whole life. And when I see other people doing it, like if I see Nikita doing it, I kind of try to nip it. However, we're both such stubborn people.
Yeah.
Sorry, we are.
No, we are.
That in the moment nobody wants to fucking hear it. But like lately said this is another one of my I didn't write it down, but another one of my resolutions is to love people enough to tell them when something's not working for them. And
Why? Okay.
why what?
you're basing your resolutions around other people, and I don't think
Oh
that's the
boy,
way you do
people.
it.
I guess, but he see he doesn't want to hear it. Like,
I don't because it's like you set goals for yourself, not for other people. Part of almost all of your goals
a
revolve
big
around
part of
other
who you
people's.
are though is how you navigate others. It's that's true. That's facts.
But
Well,
you're
look, look.
setting your basis of success. Like goals are your basis of success, and you're setting them around other
Okay,
people.
so you like this one. Number 10, to rest proudly in the driver's seat of my own life.
Yes, I
To
love that
stop
one.
letting other
Oh,
people
there's
take me
more.
on their there's people in this. And to stop letting other people take me on their own sad freeways.
Don't put the second part. Don't talk about other people. None of your goals should revolve around like
Yes,
the
your
collective.
goals should sometimes your goals should be basically base themselves on how you act and respond to others. Yeah, that's who you are as a
How
person.
you act to others, but not how others act towards you. A
Take the
lot of
fucking driving wheel and stop letting people take you on their freeways. So that's
but your goal is to stop other people from taking you on your freeways versus it should be you will take yourself. It's like the way you
word.
express
I
it.
guess so.
It's
He's
like
right. He wins, guys. He
you're
wins.
expressing it in a way that makes it so other people are in control of your goals,
You're right.
you know?
You're right. And the whole point is to be in the driver's seat of my life. So yeah, I would say
Uh,
2025 take more control of my life.
like I don't know. I love being independent and being like, hey, like
Independent
mm,
sorority girl. She ain't need no man.
um
I want to go back to something really quick. I want to touch upon something.
oh, I'm scared.
I was saying,
We're gonna wrap this up after this comment.
I don't know if it how you responded, how you reacted, like
Oh,
how you
what?
felt about this.
What?
But I was saying something for me that's like important
Okay.
is when I see other people doing the same destructive patterns that I do, to let
Okay.
them know
Okay.
instead of like letting them suffer the way I suffer. Does this still have to do too much with other people? Would you say
What?
that's a goal of mine?
Okay.
To like, if I see people doing this, making the same mistakes I make, instead of just letting them, just kindly letting them know
You
you're doing to me, you're pulling the tab. Like, you know what I'm saying? To have the self awareness to let other people know that they're pulling the tab.
I don't know. Because part of me has to say that part of me is like automatically. My brain automatically goes to you said other people, fuck it. But this goal isn't actually like break it down, is not actually about other people's actions. It's about your response to other people's
Yeah, so I guess
actions.
it's just the wording of it.
So I think it actually holds up. I think that could be a solid goal. I think that does hold up because the first thing is that like I heard the word other people and I was like, fuck, throw it out,
Yeah,
discard pile. But it's not entirely true. And that's the thing that um the word isn't scares, but like invalidates this idea because it's not you're not responding to it's how you act. It's not how other people act towards you, you
yeah,
know? So I do think that goal holds up. And I do think that it's actually a good goal because it gives you self-fulfillment as well. It gives you like you know when like rich people donate to charity?
yes.
It's what you feel like when you accomplish this goal. I know you enough to say that this is exactly how you
He's trying to say I'm an
feel.
egomaniac. That's just
No, that's not. No, I think everyone has that bit of
Mhm.
like not that I'm like better than you, I'm helping you, but like
Yeah,
it's your charity work.
I guess so.
You
Yeah,
know, you can't write it off on your taxes, but like it's your charity work.
yeah. I mean,
Are you paying taxes this year?
I am paying taxes this year. Probably quite a few taxes.
For the first time ever
I
in his
dodged it
life.
last year. Did you pay taxes last
What?
year?
I don't know.
No, you didn't.
Mhm.
Dude, what's he
Why are you exposing me for tax evasion
He
live?
got the IRS on my ass. I can get him up his ass. What the
Why are
fuck?
you exposing? We literally have like a minute left in the pod. People
No,
have sat through this whole thing, and you just exposed me for tax evasion.
dear IRS, Nikita Chernin does not pay his taxes.
That
But
is
I'm
not
gonna
true.
be
I will be paying my taxes come
I'm gonna be
April
filing.
1st. Is it when is it due?
I think
April
it's April
16th.
7th.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna file it earlier, April 1st.
All right, I'm not
I'm
paying
gonna be a
shit.
little goody two shoes and file it super early and pay all my taxes. I love you, IRS. I this is how I feel about the IRS.
You just did. You really just did that.
Well, for the people that are listening to this audio only, explain what I just did.
Man, just deep throated the IRS.
I love deep throat in the IRS.
I'm paying about all my money in taxes this year. Um, But yeah, we deeply love each and every one of you. Before we say goodbye, we're actually about to record another episode, so please go watch that shit next week.
Go watch all the shit, all the weeks, every single day,
Hit me up,
bro.
bro.
Hit us up. We're accessible. We're open.
Yeah.
Um, hit us up. Like, follow, subscribe. What else can they do? Share it to your
Kiss me.
friends. He's lonely. Kiss him.
Please, yes. Not a
My
lonely
kisses aren't
person.
enough
God
for
damn
him.
it.
We love you.
Teardrop rolls.
We love you. Spam I love Mateo in the chat.
To
Um,
make me feel better about my sad existence.
you're not your existence is sad.
Oh.
We love you. And the viewers love you. I think that's a perfect note to wrap up our episode.
Bye bye,
Bye,
fuckers.
guys. See
I love
y'all
you.
next week. Like, follow, subscribe. We're gonna do a little heart for all of our viewers on the airways, on the YouTubes. He's aggressively humping his chest. Thumping. I meant to say thumping, not humping. He's aggressively thumping his chest. We love you. Good night. Peace out, Los Angeles. That's a reference to
New York.
something. New
Okay,
York.
whatever. Bye bye. Bye, folks.
Bye.
Love you all.